So who robbed me?
We trying something new today. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button. This right here is a video where they calling him Cuzz Lightyear. Now, I already told the story about me joining the gang back in the day, right? If you haven't seen that story, absolutely hilarious. Joined the gang for, it lasted, what, a whole summer. I got jumped in and jumped the fuck out immediately. Found out that my friends was my worst enemies. A whole bunch of stuff that y'all took years to find out. I found out quick, fast, and hurry before I ended up in jail. But anyway, this video right here, he's going to be in the same situation as me. Whoever his homies is, whoever, it's over with. Let's get into it. I don't even know the story. I just hopped on Twitter, Raindrop Media, shout out to you. I just see Cuzz Lightyear.
Let's go. Right. And who else? Kylan. You trying to pay me with this, right? Yeah, they sent me on the mission. Who's Instagram? They sent you what? They sent me on this mission to come do this right here. To rob me again, right? Yes. Trayvon Wright.
A man on the internet labeled as Cuzz Lightyear gave up all his friends after being caught during a robbery attempt by the apparent target. He's saying names. My man faces. Everybody gonna remember this face. Oh my God.
And kinda, I don't know his last name, but that's his last name. Who's the dude that you... Oh, the nigga who was in the passenger seat with you? That's my homie Elijah. Elijah. The address you gave me, whose address is that? That was just the address that they sent us to.
Y'all see his face? Y'all see that? That's how you know you're not a gangster. When you get caught up, it could have been, imagine if the police got him. This is where usually these so-called gangsters end up, man. When you get caught up and your ass end up ratting out your whole crew. Consequences comes after this, but however, he's just trying to get out of a quick jam.
Oh, they drop us off.
Oh. And who is those kids standing on the block?
That's Boobop and them. They live over there.
They look
at his face. Hold on. Look at his face. He like, hold on. What question is you asking me?
Oh. And who is those kids standing on?
Look at his face, y'all. He got attentiveness. Yo, the attentiveness on this man's faces. Huh? What question you need to know so I can get out of this? Huh? Okay. Yeah. Ooh-wop, goo-wop, shebang, and zoom. Like, yo, he done gave up. This nigga's Judas.
That's Boobop and them. They live over there.
They was telling you we was coming, right?
No, they wasn't. That's not them. That's Boobop and his little brother. That's Boobop and his little brother.
He's correcting them on the way.
How did they rob me? What I don't know. Look, I'm gonna tell you the whole story. Look. You don't tell me the story. Them niggas wanted to buy a Rolex train off of me, right? Okay. 7,000. I meet up with them niggas by Eldorado Park. They robbed me, put me at gunpoint and everything. Once they put me at gunpoint, they was just black guns. I don't remember. Black guns. Did they have? Yeah. What did they have? And one had what they have? One had a beam on it, and then another one had. What color was the beam? Red. It was red. Okay. They robbed me with the at nighttime. What else was there? How many guns? And it was only 2 guns that I seen. I remember it was only 2 guns. And then that's when
the police is looking for you, bro.
I know the police. That's what I'm saying. I'm waiting.
And the police
got you, nigga. They got you, bro.
My advice, if you in situations where you hanging around people that you know is going to wind up costing you your life, stop hanging around them, stay prayed up, and get away from them now if you know it's going to be a danger to your life. Young brothers out there, we always hanging around. I grew up thinking I had to be a gangster, had to be hanging around the wrong crew in order to be cool and all of that, when I realized that I could have been a straight up geek and had more than any of these so-called gangsters or so-called whatever. I would have had more than them if I would have just been myself and stayed to myself. I could have been a straight corny dude, didn't have good jokes. I could have been just some ugly bastard who sat in the corner and just got my success on, and could have had more than any gangster who think they so-called a gangster ever. You feel me? So you don't got to be a gangster. You don't. And like, it took me years to learn that. It took me getting out of the game to learn that, and learning about God and becoming like a better person. You know what I mean? For myself and others. And it took me to actually learn who I was And why did I act or hang around those certain people, act a certain way, and why I was doing what I was doing? And at the end of the day, I thought that I had to, because that's what I saw. That's who I saw was the cool people, or if you act like that or be like that, that's what made you. That's what make you, get girls and do this, that. I could have been a geek and got girls. Could have got badder girls than the so-called gangsters I was hanging with. You feel what I'm saying? Could have got better jobs, could have got better opportunities than all the so-called gangsters, so-called cool people. Being gangster is the worst thing that you could try to be. Being cool, trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to keep up with the people around you, ain't going to do nothing but lead you in situations like this. You feel what I'm saying? Stop hanging around dumb people. You know what I mean? Stay away from bad situations. Stay away from drama. Stay away from the gangster-ish, man. You ain't got to wear a shiesty or nothing in order to get a girl, to get a job, to get opportunities, nothing. And if you feel that you need to do that, to be like that, to hang around certain peoples, maybe you're just a loser. Like, sometimes you got to accept the fact that, damn, yo, maybe I'm the problem.